Vanguardian TV. I'm your host, Sonny C. Yesterday's game, Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Washington Commanders 24-14. It was for all intents and purposes, it was a boring, ugly game to watch as a fan and just as a hardcore football fan, because simple things like the defense, when it's third down, you have Patrick Mahomes and you see our secondary lining up off the ball, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. They're like 9 yards off the ball, 7 yards off the ball with an experienced quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. And it just begs the question, what are you doing, Jack Del Rio? This style of soft zone coverage has not been working. It's the same thing that happened last year, the year before that. Now, it tightened up a little bit last year, but it's the same thing. And it's frustrating to look at. And I'm trying to, I'm starting to have questions. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, there's no adjustments, then what are we doing? We only got one more game, and the starters are not even going to play in this game. And for the most part, the starters have been underwhelming this preseason. And, going against each other in practice as opposed to having joint practices, that might be something we have to look at next year. Because it just seemed like still some confusion in the defensive backfield. Full of little loss as to his assignment, checking that tight end. I know it was a perfect pass by Patrick Mahomes, but still, we just seem to be $1 late on everything, a day late. Cam Curl was getting cooked for the most part for the time he was in there. And the other quarterback, the backup quarterback that came in, it's 2 backup quarterbacks, 3, 4. I mean, last week against Carolina, you had Darnold throw a touchdown. You had the other guy, C.J. Walker, came in and was looking pretty good. This week you had, I can't pronounce the young man's name, but number 6 for KC, the quarterback, backup quarterback. He was making plays out there with his legs and throwing nice wide open people running across the crossing routes. And what are we doing, man? I'm concerned about the defense. I really am concerned about the defense. I was concerned about the offensive line. Carson Wentz, for the most part, he's doing the intermediate thing with, taking what the defense gives him. But we need to pump the ball downfield a little bit. But then he ran into a sack. And then offensive line got to stop these false starts, drive killers, and I'm concerned. My concern level is up to probably a 5, and that's for this week. And we still face we're still facing the Baltimore Ravens. So with backups, so I want to see some improvement. I want to see some schemes that are different. And what do we got to lose, man? But it's not looking too good for us defense. This defense has been highly touted for like a couple years now. But it might be just what it is. Or it could be coaching. I don't know. Maybe Ron needs to take over the play calls on defense. Because that soft zone is killing us, man. It's killing us. And if we don't contain our lanes and keep our containment on the outside, we're going to get killed again, because right now we can't contain the quarterback. He gets outside the pocket or plays break down. He's able to escape, and got wide receivers running wide open on the field. So these defensive backs are not good enough with no time. I mean, when they have that much time, when you're giving these quarterbacks added time and added, opportunities. So we got to get better. And I'm hoping we get better this week against Baltimore and scheme up something, man. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm just not satisfied with the defense at all. And overall, the team, right now, I'm giving it a C-. I'm not. I mean, how can you not? How can they grade more than that? And I'm being generous, but how can you grade them higher than that? So that's it for me. We'll see you next week in Baltimore. Peace.